Hi everybody, welcome. I'll give everybody a second to hop on. I have a fun project that I need to do and I thought I would just go live and maybe you could guys help me with it. So I was sent these waders from an old family friend whose father passed away. They were his father's fly fishing waders. And he wants me to make a tote out of them. This is a thing that is done. I've seen it done with recycled waders and stuff. I've been searching, scouring the internet. They're sold in stores. You can buy old waders in the shape of a tote. So, not quite sure how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to kind of go through it step by step, kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe you guys can help me and give me some advice to what you think. And hopefully we can make this really cool for him. I'm a little nervous to cut into these. I'm a little nervous because there's only one pair. So I have to be absolutely sure that when I start cutting, it's going to work. Hi guys. All right. So it's been a busy couple of weeks. I had the retreat in Wisconsin for Lynn's Handmade, which was fabulous. And then we had fall break. And so I went to Susan's house and hung out with her at her house. We did a live from her house last week. And now I am back home, back to the grind and working. So it's good. Hello, everybody. Hi, greetings from my vacation in the Maldives. Wow. Have fun. That's awesome. That's really cool. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Brittany. Okay, so here we go. I have to decide. I don't necessarily need to do a lining inside of it. It's not 100% necessary, but I think if I do a waterproof canvas lining, it will make a better bag. And so I think I have some black waterproof canvas over here. I think I'm going to do that and just do like a drop-in lining with it and sew it around the top. Because then I can add some slip pockets, some zipper pockets on the inside of the bag. I think that would be really good for this size of a tote. I'm not going to cut this down at all. It's big. Like these are, let's see, folded like this. It's about 27 inches across. So it's a pretty big tote. Be brave. I made pillows from my brother-in-law's shirts. So rewarding. Nancy, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys kind of my thinking with these. There's some details I want to keep. Obviously, we're making it mostly from the top. He did say if I have leftover, he would love a zipper pouch or two from the rest of it. So I think I'm going to save the legs and stuff for a couple of zipper pouches I'll make to put inside for like reels and, you know, all that kind of good stuff. So this is going to be the front of the bag. It's got this, you know, zippered pocket here. It's got a slip pocket here. So that'll be nice to keep on the front of the bag. And then I want to keep this detail on it as well for the front. I think that'd be nice. I'm also thinking I want to keep this buckle. So this has a buckle right here. I think what I'm going to do is have another piece right here and it's going to be able to buckle together. So I'll keep these buckle pieces. I probably won't even take this one off because I'm going to do a drop-in lining and just sew right over that. So I'm going to leave these front buckles on here. Brittany, that's fine, Brittany. Thank you so much. I don't think I'll need many links today since we're just doing this. Hi, Sonia. Okay, so I'm going to take off the back of this. I've started seam ripping this because it's stretchy and I don't need this on the top. I may use it on the inside of the bag. I thought it would be cool to put it on the inside of the lining as like a water bottle holder, if you guys think. That's my thought on that. So if you guys have any other fabulous ideas, please let me know. It's got this zipper piece right here. I'll probably just cut this off. I don't need it, especially since I'm doing a lining with it. And yeah, I mean, here we go, right? Deep breaths, and we're gonna start assembling this bag. It's been sitting on my table, and the owner texted me like, hey, did you get the waders? I'm like, yes, I'm just super nervous. Super nervous because, you know, they're his late father's, and I just want to do it justice, and it just makes me a little nervous. So we can do this. I think I'm just going to cut the rest of this off. There. First cut. All right, and then I'm going to just work on this side. Having a fishing husband, I might recommend a lighter interior. Oh, Karen. So do you think, what should I do then? A lighter interior. Because they don't want it to be too heavy, so waterproof canvas probably wouldn't be the best on the inside. Is that what you're saying? See, this is why I'm going live doing this, because for people who have done stuff like this before, it would be nice to get some thoughts and opinions on it. I'm just like, what else? Could I do like just a bonded or ripstop? I wonder if I have ripstop. Maybe a ripstop on the inside? I don't think the ones in the stores have linings at all in them. I think they're just sewn together with handles, and that's that. And I just wanted to make it a little bit nicer than that. Wouldn't go with black. Okay. Oh, you mean lighter in color? Why is that? Okay. I could do a lighter color. You know, I'm not a fly fisherman, so I don't know these things. Okay. Well, I'll see what I have. I need to go look in my closet and see what I have then. All right, the second one off here. Hi, Cynthia. Okay. Yeesh. I cut this part off. And don't need that piece. So I think I might use part of this. And I know I'm going to use this piece down here. So I'm going to take this plastic stuff off. Lighter color so they can see into the bag better. Oh, okay. Those stretchy straps could be used as embellishments to the new straps. That won't, well, I think that would make it, I would, Valerie, but this is really thick material, and it might make it too thick if I put it to the new ones, I think. All right, so there's that one. There's my hardware. Here we go. There's that, a lighter color. Okay, so let me see what I have in a lighter inside. All right, so took the hardware off of those. Done. So I have this thick black webbing I was going to use for straps. I could just probably put that aside for now. And then, okay guys, I'm going to move the camera a little bit more in and down so you guys can see what I'm doing, I guess. A little better. Okay, my friend asked me to make a sling bag and a hip bag out of her husband's army uniform. I know, like, it's a cool idea, but when you have to be the one to cut into the material, it's a little scary, huh, guys? Okay, well, there's no coming back now. So now I need to decide. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a boxed bottom on this, or if I should get a whole separate piece for the bottom of the bag. I know I'm probably going to have to put some extra support down there, but what do you guys think? I don't know what style of base. Obviously, a boxed bottom would be the easiest, but it's going to take away from some of this. So I would have to cut really big here and do some big boxed bottoms. Made the mistake and put black canvas. Wasn't able to see inside my bag very well. Okay, so let me see real quick what other colors of canvas I have. Just a second. I'm sure I have a lighter canvas. Okay, lighter canvas. I have like this beige canvas. I'll use that. That would be better, right? I just figured a dark one would hide dirt, but if you need to see inside, this one would probably be better. Okay, so we'll do that for the inside of the bag. All right, here we go. I am going to just trim this off right here. We don't need this zipper piece. All right, guys. Here we go. I'm just trying to make it so it's nice and even here at the top. Definitely want that even. I'm thinking a square duffel shaped bag. Some non-preen. The box bottom would keep the weight or feel. I don't have any of that. Maybe do a bottom like Stephanie from the Lynn's Handmade. I've never made the Stephanie. What kind of bottom is on that? I could use the material. So the leg material is a bit thicker. What if I use that? I could use that for the bottom. I just have to figure out measurements for, okay. So then I need to figure out measurements for the base. Not quite sure how to do that since it's already, you know, all sewn together like this, but we can figure it out. Okay, so the measurement of this is, it's about 28 across. Look, I have a pen and some paper to write stuff on. I do a lot of custom memorial bears and quilts from people's clothes. It's always hard to cut into them. Yeah. No, Valerie, I haven't. All right, so I'm going to cut as far down as I can. I think right where this crotch kind of, okay, here we go. I'm gonna do some markings first to make sure I get an even cut. And we're just gonna get this top part. Let's go about, it's gotta be big. That's like 20 inches down from the top. All right, I'm just gonna like measure down from the top to make sure it's all even when I cut it down here. Okay. Okay, I think it's safe for me to make this first cut. I think that's about as much of the top that I can save. So I'm trying to save every piece of this top. And then if I have to like cut up from the bottom a little bit, then that's okay. All right, here we go. Okay, no turning back now. Whew. Okay. There's the top of our bag. It's gonna be huge. Like, that's gonna be so big, right? Okay. Back in the front, line up pretty well. It looks good. Bottom is a tiny bit wider than the top. That's okay. Just probably because of the way the pants are made. Okay. Beautiful. My other thought is, how am I going to do these handles? Because I could attach the handles to these two buckles that are already there. And sew the webbing down the back side. There's a thought. Hi, Joanne, you sure did. But you could make a pen type rod for him to attach his files to. I don't know what that means. I would keep the top portion and make it a front flap opening for easy access. You guys just have all the good ideas. I think he wants it very simple. I don't think he wants a closure much on the top. From the pictures that he sent me, it's just a big old open tote. I don't want a tote that big, Karen. Someone does for fly fishing though. All right, so I need to decide how to do this bottom. My first idea is just to do a boxed bottom tote and make it simple. My other idea is to take the bottom piece of one of these legs and sew that as a base piece for the bag. If I do that, it keeps the big size. If I do the box bottom, I'm taking away from it just a little bit. What do we think? Okay. I'm almost thinking sorry, my brain's going right now. It definitely needs some more support down here at the bottom. And this definitely is more. So I think I want to try and do this base piece for the bottom. So now I need to figure out measurements on that, right? So this bottom piece, how do you figure out measurements for a bottom piece? That's the question. So it's about 28. So 28 plus 28 is 30, no, it is 56. 56. And then, how wide do I want these sides? Pretty wide, probably 8 inches. What if we did 8-inch sides? So if we did, sorry, I'm drawing the base piece. So if I did 8 here, 8 here, that would leave me 20 and 20. What's your depth going to be? I think my depth is going to be 8 inches. You can do a combo of both, so you're adding fabric to the center of the bottom inside the boxed area. So I like the base piece too. I like the idea of the base piece. And then I can sew, or I can put, actually sew on another stabilizer to the base as well. 8 will be big top opening too. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do 8 along the sides, which would be here, just a second. I'm going to mark my center. So this is my center. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Okay, I think I'm going to do 8-inch deep, or along the sides, 20 along this. I think that'll be perfect. So then I need to decide my seam allowance. I'm just going to do I'll probably do a 1/2-inch seam allowance. So I need to, do I subtract or add to that? Do I subtract or add to that seam allowance, guys? That's the question. All right, I'm just going to cut out this bottom leg piece and open it up. I wish I could do something with these base, this like very bottom of the base. I don't know what I could do with it. Okay. Let's cut. Make sure I have enough, right? There's 20. Yeah, there's plenty. Okay, plenty of room for this. So I'm just going to cut this open right here. cup holder with the boot. Not a bad idea. Guys, do I want to add? I think I want to add to it, right, for that seam allowance. And that's being taken. And we may have to do this a couple times. I'd rather cut too much than not enough. So I'm going to go, we'll do, so I want to cut the base piece 9 by 21. Okay. We're going to cut this 9 by 21. So I need to cut it down here first. You know what? I think this ruler is great in theory, but all the colors and the sparkles on it, it makes it hard for me to cut, so I don't use it that often. But it is 8 inches wide. Oh, but I need 9. I need 9. We're gonna have a little seam. That's okay. Here we go. Add seam allowance to your finished size bottom. Yeah, that's what I did, Sherry. Thank you. I'm definitely going to be putting some stabilizer on this piece. All right, so that's my 9 each way. And then I want 21. Yeah, so I'm going bigger to make sure I've got extra room in case I need to trim it down. I'd rather have that. So yes, Brittany, exactly. Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of play around with this first and make sure it fits. And then I'll cut a piece of stabilizer before anything else. And then I need to take measurements of this so I know what size to do my lining. I think I'll do a boxed lining in here. All right, so I'm gonna mark my centers and just start clipping it all in and see how it fits before I do anything else and see if I like it. And then I think what I'll do is I'll sew one side and stop and start at that 1/2 inch seam allowance. I'll sew the other side, stop and start at the 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then I'll sew up the sides. I think that's the best way to do a base like this, in my opinion, I think. Okay. So here's these sides. And then Okay, that should be all of my centers for this. Brittany, how would I figure out the inside lining piece if I'm doing a boxed bottom? How would I figure that out? Because it needs to be... I should have picked your brain on that before I started this video. We may just get the exterior done, and then I'll come back with the lining after I figure out how to do that. Bye, Brittany. Add half of your base width to the bottom center of the lining. Half of, I'm going to write that down. Got it. I think I know exactly what you mean, Sherry. So if this is like 20, I'm going to add 4 more inches because that's half of my base width. I got that. Perfect. Thank you. The nice thing about the canvas is if I get it wrong first time, I can just redo that. That's not a big deal. Plus your seam allowance. Okay. Hi, Wendy. See, I knew going live would be helpful for me because I was nervous doing this in the first place. All right, this looks like it's gonna fit, guys. I think we're gonna be good. Because this is gonna go to that 1/2 inch and then it's gonna lay, oh my gosh. I think it fits like, I think it fits perfectly. Uh-huh. We're there. We're good. That totally worked. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be huge. Look at that. It's going to be a huge bag, but that's exactly what he wants for all of his fly fishing gear. You guys, that totally worked. Okay, so what I want to do, and remember your bottom is 9, not 8. Okay. Natalie, thank you. That's right. Okay, so my bottom is this. See, this is why I have this notepad. I was prepared this time. Okay, so that's my bottom plus seam allowance. Okay. I'm going to add a base piece to this. Ooh, I'm excited all of a sudden. This is going to work. Okay. And then we need to cut our lining pieces out. So my base stabilizer needs to be 8 by 20 to account for that seam allowance, or I could go even just a tiny bit smaller so I'm sure not to get into that seam allowance. I'm going to use some Peltex. I may use it on the line. I don't know how secure and stiff it needs to be on the bottom. I'm not sure. Okay. This is working, guys. This is working. I'm excited all of a sudden. All right, here we go. We'll just do it 7 3/4 by 19 3/4. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Yes. So I could use my big crazy sparkly ruler. Sister, sister. What did I say? 7? Because that's 8. So 7 3/4 by 19 3/4. Right? That's what I said? Yes, that is what I said. Believe it or not, sometimes I think I need a bigger table, which is insane. All right. Okay. That seems super big, but I think that's right. Hi, Rose. Happy Tuesday. Okay, that's perfect. I'm gonna I'll sew that on there when we get to the machine. I'll just do a nice stitch around the base of that. Okay, so you guys, I've got my top and my base done. I'm not quite sure how to do these handles. I was going to use this black webbing here. I'm thinking we'll just, it would be cool if I cut more of that off and did a little overlay at the bottom of the strap here and sewed it up and around and made it, you know what, I may not need, I really wanted to use these, but I don't know if I can. I could sew it from the inside of the bag like that. I just really wanted a lot of extra security because it's such a big tote. There's going to be heavy things in it. I wanted to have a good amount of this bottom part sewn on up and around. So I think what I'll do, I'll sew it from the inside here. I'm going to sew it on. And then I'll put it in between the two layers. So you will see some stitching there. I don't love that. I don't love that for this side. Unless, oh, for this side, all I need to do is use these clips and attach the strap to that. Right? I can use these clips and do this handle completely with this webbing clipped to there. And then when I sew over this again, it'll reinforce that. And then it'll keep those original clips there and the original stuff on it. And then with this handle, I'll just sew it farther down and up and around. I think that's it. I think that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, that's what I'm going to do for that piece. So now we need to figure out my lining measurements. Sorry, I should have kept this on here. Use those clips for an external cargo pocket. Yeah, should I put a pocket on the back of this now? I mean, I don't think he wants it very fancy, so I was trying to keep it kind of simple. But I totally could put a back pocket on it now. I don't know. Okay, so let's take the measurements of this and figure out our lining pieces. All right. So this, as we have said before, is about 28. It's bigger on the bottom than the top. So we want to add a 1/2 inch to each side. So we want 29 across. And then from top to bottom, I need to account for folding down the top. So that's going to be it's about 20 and 1/4. So I want to add a 1/2 inch to the top, a 1/2 inch to the bottom. So that's 21 and 1/4. And then I want to add our base. So our extra base piece that we're going to put for the boxed bottom was 29. And then I want to account for that seam allowance. So 29 and 1/2 or 20. Oh my gosh. Numbers are hard. 9 and 1/2. So 1/2 of 9 and 1/2. What's 1/2 of 9 and 1/2, guys? It is 4.75. Yes. 1/2 of 9 and 1/2, 4.75. Do you have enough of the straps to go all the way around the bag, reinforce, and then add straps to the top? No, I do not. I know exactly what you mean, Kimberly. 4.7. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm like, I think I'm right. So 26. So it needs to be 29 across, 26 top to bottom. So, okay, 29, 26. And I need 2 of those. You know, it would be cool to go all crazy and add a bunch of stuff to this bag. And if this was some kind of crazy custom order that's what they wanted, I would do that. But I don't think that's what he wants. I think he wants just a very simple fly fishing tote from his dad's waders. So we're going to keep it as close to what he wants. I'm going to add some slip pockets on the inside of this tote, and then maybe a zipper pocket and a bottle holder. But I don't think I'm going to add any more pockets to the outside. First of all, I don't want to mess up because there's only one shot at that. And second of all, I don't think that's what the friend wants. Okay. So let's do this. I need to get my other marking pen. Just a minute. All right, so 29 by 26. Remember to cut your bottom lining too. Okay. Need even more space here. Gotta look like a man bag. Yeah, I don't want to make it. If this was for a woman, I would do so much more probably. But I just think he wants a simple, nice bag to remember his dad by. You know? So this is 24. When I make a tote, I sew the webbing on the outside all the way down to the bottom. So when the base is sewn on, the end of the webbing is sewn in the base. Adds a lot of support. Kathy, I could do that on the back side, but if I did that on the front of the tote, it would sew over that zipper. This is where I'm coming into issues with the idea of the strap going all the way down. This is a functional pocket. I don't want to sew straps all the way down. So I could do that on the back one, but I can't necessarily do it on the front part of the bag. That's where I'm coming into an issue. And then, what did I say? 26. I'd use 3 layers of Peltex if you want a sturdy bottom. Karen, I'm just not sure if he needs that sturdy bottom. I was thinking I could put a layer of Peltex on this base piece too. Yeah, I had that thought. So if I end up helping watch you with this puzzle bag, I'm glad. I was thinking, should I do this pre-recorded or have everybody help me? I'm glad you guys are helping me out. That's exactly why I went live. I thought it would be nice to have some help figuring out this bag. Maybe I'll just do 2 layers of Peltex on the base. I just don't know. I just don't know, guys. Because all the pictures and all the examples of this type of bag made from waders that I have seen are able to be folded up into a tight little thing and packed away. I don't think it's meant to be this big, huge, sturdy, thick bag. I think it's meant to be able to be packed up and put away, which is why I hesitate with all the extra stuff as well. I'm not going to use the heat press, Lori. I'm just going to sew the Peltex onto the base. I don't want to risk that. That seems huge. That seems huge. I might be right though. Hi. It is really big. Foldable, unless he's leaving it packed. No, I think he wants it foldable. Hi from Norway. I'm about to cut out a susu sling. Yay! So with 29 across, right? With the box corners, I think I do 4.75, right? Is that what I'm going to do here? By 4.75. So this would be my boxed. Is that right? Seems like that would be right. 4.75 for those box corners. I've never had to figure out, I've always had patterns do it for me. I've never had to figure out how to determine a boxed corner on a bag that has a regular base. Does that make sense? Like, obviously I can do both base and exterior box corners and figure that out, but I've never had to figure out how to fit a box corner into a base bag. I think that's right, guys. I think that's gonna be good. Okay. So, just need one more of this, which seems crazy big, but I think it's right. Well, you would need a big corner for that big of a bag. Yeah. All right. There we go. I'm going to I'm going to go this way though. It might be easier. I think it needs to be 4 inches. I want it to be, because we did 4.75 extra for that bottom. I'm not sure. I guess we'll figure that out. Maybe I'll go smaller than that first and then kind of clip it and see. And then if I need to go bigger, I can go bigger. I could do that. I'm just using this as my template now for this part. To cut your box corner until you sew up, wait until you cut your box corner until you sew up the seams. Then when you fold the triangle, make an 8-inch wide at the seam. I think I know what you mean, Sherry. Yeah, I'll wait to cut the box corners. I think I know what you mean. I mean, your seam at 8-inch line across the triangle. Okay. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. I'll wait. Is this an order or a gift for some lucky man? Marie, it's an old family friend whose father passed away. These are his father's waders that we are turning into a fly fishing bag for him. Okay. All right, so holy guacamole, guys, a lot of material here. Okay, so these are my linings. We're just gonna hold off on the whole box in the corner thing. Oh, sewing math. I know the feeling. I know. Sewing math is hard. Okay. My husband who fly fishes says, use a lighter color lining so it's easier to see inside. Yep, did it. That's why I'm doing this. Just made it. Happy year on. Make sure you have ideas for your husband's waders. Yay, Nancy. All right, so I'm just going to figure out my inside pocket. I'm just going to do a big old slip pocket, and I could do it out of this, right? I could totally do a slip pocket out of this. That'd be cool. Okay, I'm going to do the slip pocket out of this material. So I only have so much, and I won't need to line it. I can just cut it even, fold it, fold the sides down, and put it on. I like that idea. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay. So I don't want to go into my sides here. So here, probably want it to be about, I don't know. We'll go, that's 10, 11, 12. 12 inches big. 12 by however big I can do that. Okay. All right, so let's get this evened out. And this is going to be my slip pocket. I would like to save this seam, but I can't really because it's kind of curved. I'll make a new seam. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so we're just going to cut this straight as we can here. Probably sell this pattern because a lot of waders often will start to leak after use and it makes them unusable. Marion, I think that's why people have started turning them into totes. I think that's exactly why this is a thing. Can you use some black vinyl to trim that pocket to match the accent? Natalie, look at you. Yes, I could. That would be awesome. There you go. I think I'll do that. Absolutely. Norm has made a solution of liquid soap and water to leak out bubbles. Okay, so I could make it that, or I could go just a little bigger. I think I'm gonna go a little bigger. Right there. Were there any other labels or outer details that were not on the front piece that you could embellish with? I was thinking I could use this on the slip pocket right here to kind of separate the two. I just had that thought. I was thinking, what else could I use from that? This would be kind of cool to put down the middle of the slip pocket to make it 2 compartments. I think I'll do that. It's too thick to wrap around the top, so I think I'll use that down the middle. All right, let's see how long to make this. What did I say? I said like 15. Well, we'll just go right here. About right there. We're gonna go 20. I think 20 inches is a good width. Okay, so this piece now is 20 by 9, okay? So I'll probably trim it with something, and then I'm just gonna fold. We're just gonna fold these pieces. Oops. If you stitch on either side of the webbing, it could hold a pin. Do they need pin for fly fishing? I'm not sure if that's a thing they need, but yes, it could. The side of your bag is 20 inches wide. It is, so this will be just a little bit shorter because, yeah, this will be good because I'm folding in the side, so this is 19, right? Make a bottle holder out of the feet. I'd have to figure out how to do that. Also, do you really want your water bottle going into something that used to have stinky feet in it? I don't know. I don't know. I guess if you're a guy, maybe you don't care. I was just going to use the elastic that I took off of the shoulder straps. I don't even know if I should make a zipper pocket or not on the inside. Like, is it needed? Do they carry little things? I don't know. They need all sorts of pockets for fly fishing. Okay, so maybe I will add it. That boot top is likely glued together and probably very thick. Yeah, I just don't know. Like this boot stuff is super thick. So I would like to use it, but I'm just afraid it would add too much. All right, so I'll definitely put a bottle holder and a zipper pocket too. All right, I'm just folding my edges down for this slip pocket. And then I think I'll do what Natalie suggested and do a trim in like black, maybe, probably a black piece of vinyl trim along the top. All right, so there's my slip pocket. we need a zipper pocket. So my zipper pocket doesn't need to be as big. And I'm like, can I use any more of this? Not really. I'm going to make a zipper pouch out of the other leg, so I'm not going to cut into the waders anymore. I'll do the zipper pocket out of the waterproof canvas. It's big enough to have a bottle holder on each side. Oh, that's true, Lori. I'm going to have to go get, well, I could use this as a template. You're right. I could do it on both sides. All right, so let's do, could you cut off the foot end of the boot and turn the leg part into a water bottle? I mean, I could, but then how would I would still have to kind of like, no, I think it, and it's kind of dirty and gross. I don't think I'm going to use the boot part. All right, let me get some more canvas here. I think the boots are just not going to be part of the bag, and that's okay. All right, so for my zipper pocket, it doesn't need to be absolutely huge because this bag is huge. You don't want a huge pocket where everything gets lost in, right? At least I don't. So we'll make it probably 10 by 12. That's still big. 12. I'll make the zipper lining 12 by 10, which makes the zipper pocket 11 by 9. I think that's good. Okay. I could, you know what I might be able to do? I could cut this like down and apart and use it as a zipper overlay. Like flatten out this part of the boot because it won't ravel or anything. I could use this as a zipper overlay. Might be weird, but might work. I don't know. Throw the boots in the garbage can now to take them out of the equation. You can use it as the overlay to cover the straps. Clear vinyl so that you can see what's inside the zipper pocket. All good things, all good things. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all cut out now, take a break, eat some lunch, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to sew it all together. How's that sound? I think that sounds like a good plan. Okay, so there's my zipper pocket pieces. All right. Done, done, done. And then I think I'm just going to use these for my water bottle parts. I'll just figure out how big it needs to be because it's stretchable, right? So it'll hold it nice and secure. And I'll put this in the seam, 2 seams of the side of the bag, and then I'll use some of it down my slip pocket. And then I'll cut one more piece of Peltex. Are the boots neoprene? I have no idea, Nancy. Maybe include a lanyard with a clip for keys. Oh, I could do that with some webbing. That would be a good idea. That would be easy. I could do a clip with some lanyard. And then I'm just going to take a break. I'm going to figure out how I'm doing the straps. And then we'll sit down at the machine and we're going to put all this together. I'll make sure I have everything that I need prepped for it so we can make this. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for all of your help. You all have awesome ideas. If this was going to be like, you know, a top of the line designer fly fishing tote, I may put all of the bells and whistles on it, but it needs to be just basic. And I think we can make it basic and beautiful. I think we're there. Thank you so much for helping me out, you guys. I wouldn't have been able to do it so quickly without your help. So I'll be back in like 30 minutes to an hour. I'm just going to go grab some lunch and get my machine all set up, and we will sew up this fly fishing tote. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.